In every circumstance, it all comes down to you. When you feel challenged and alone and at your wit's end and there's no one else to count on, what can you do? Stay tuned to find out with me, Dr. Anita, founder of TheFreedomPrescription.com, where you get your dose of inspiration and motivation to create the business and life you've always wanted. Everything in life comes down to self-leadership. This means how you lead yourself, how you determine your behavior, what you will do, and how you'll do it. All of self-leadership starts with your mindset and the direction of your thoughts. It also means controlling how you feel. You can either allow your emotions or your thoughts to determine your behavior. In the vast majority of cases, it's far preferable to make sure that your thoughts and not your feelings direct your actions. Feelings are very fickle. They come and they go, and oftentimes they're really based on irrational events and situations that happen to us in our backgrounds, in our own personal history. So when it comes to making decisions that need logic, it's important to first control your emotions. And it's only when you do that that you can engage the thinking part of your brain to make sound, good decisions. So when you're deciding what to spend money on, the next area of your business growth that you want to move into, what kind of food to eat, whether you'll do more marketing and business activities, all of these sorts of behaviors demand that your brain be logical and rational. But there are times when we feel overwhelmed or really stressed. Maybe your business is growing so fast that you can't keep up. Or maybe your business is stagnant and you're kind of worried about your future with it. Or maybe even things in your personal life are blowing up and they actually take time and energy away from your career and your business. What are you going to do? Maybe you have small children and they're not sleeping well and they seem to be sick all the time and in bed and sniffling and coughing. Whatever the situation, we all face times of very intense overwhelm. I know that when I feel that way, I sometimes just want to shut down and just disconnect from everything. Now, other people prefer to wallow, almost like self-pity. And I don't say that in a judgmental way. We all actually have times where we kind of feel good about just wallowing, kind of indulging our emotions. Sometimes it makes us feel justified, though, about not moving forward because things are just so overwhelming. Who doesn't have that experience from time to time, right? Whatever the cause, and however you personally experience this overwhelm, the important thing to remember is that it all comes down to you, to learn to control your sense of overwhelm. Lots of people think they need to wait until outside circumstances change before they can feel in control again and start to move forward. This is simply not true. And this is where self-leadership becomes crucial. It's hard, and I mean very hard, when you're in the midst of feeling like there's just so many demands on your time and energy and just not enough of you to go around. It's so difficult to do the one thing that's going to guarantee that you successfully navigate your way through that situation. And that's to activate what I call your leader within. It's like your internal CEO that's going to rise up and say, okay, we have a situation here, and now I'm going to take control. I'm going to have the attitude that I'm going to get it all done and get through these crises or tasks. And here's how it's going to happen. And then you want to let your inner CEO take over by delegating where you can, prioritizing what needs to happen and when, and then just taking things step by step through your day until your day's over. This is a deliberate mindset shift from thinking, I can't possibly handle all this, and instead you're going to think to yourself, I'm going to take control and I'm going to do everything I'm able to do to meet these demands. You're not going to be successful if you think to yourself, I can't possibly do all this, there's just too much. The only rational response to thinking that way is to shut down and stop trying. It's going to take a ton of energy and a lot of effort. I can't lie to you. But get your brain into effective CEO mode. Tell yourself the truth that yes, you do have a lot of demands right now, but you're going to get through them by just taking them one item at a time. Make this mental shift. It will take a lot of effort, but one way to make it easier is to change your physical environment, believe it or not. Just take 5 minutes and go someplace different than your normal environment. Go stand outside for 5 minutes or Go to a room in your house that you don't normally spend time in. Just sit there for 5 minutes. Shake things up physically. You're going to then be able to elevate your inner CEO to the director place in your mind. And then your inner CEO is going to tell your emotions to take a back seat so you can think your way through the overwhelm and actually meet those demands, as opposed to feeling your way through the overwhelm and then getting almost nothing done. Self-leadership in this specific situation is probably one of the hardest things to do. You'll feel so overcome and absorbed with your emotions that you're going to feel lost and maybe not even know how to think yourself out of those feelings. So get up, change your environment for just 5 minutes, or if you have more time, that's even better. Maybe just take 7 or 8 deep breaths, calm your mind, and then just take the next logical step. Focus on your actions, not your feelings. Let your inner CEO take control and quiet that panicky part of your brain that only just wants to keep you down. You have big goals and big challenges, and you can meet those demands that are being placed on you. You can, I promise. If this is helpful, please help me spread this important message so that no one has to believe that there's no way out of feeling overwhelmed. Share this on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And comment below with your ideas or struggles with overwhelm. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And tell me a little bit about your inner CEO while you're at it. And I'll see you next time.